Some athletes don't just compete, they own their era. They make history, break records, and leave the competition in the dust. Welcome to FreePizza. Today we're diving into part 2 of the most dominant athletes of all time. These legends didn't just win, they changed the game. Let's get into it. Barry Bonds, the most feared hitter in history. Barry Bonds was so dominant that baseball had no choice but to change how it played. He holds the all-time record with 762 home runs, but what made him unstoppable was his eye at the plate. In 2004, he had an .812 slugging percentage, the highest in modern history. That same season, he was intentionally walked 120 times, more than entire teams were walked. Even before baseball's steroid era, Bonds was a Hall of Fame player, winning 3 MVPs as a Pittsburgh Pirate. He was a rare 5-tool player with power, speed, and defense. Pedro Martinez once said, "I'm not afraid of anyone but Barry Bonds. He scared me." Hank Aaron, the man whose record Bonds broke, admitted, "Whether or not you like it, Bonds was the most dangerous hitter I've ever seen." Randy Johnson, the big unit, the most dominant pitcher since Koufax and Walter Johnson. At 6'10", Randy Johnson was an intimidating force. His 102-mile-per-hour fastball struck out 4,875 batters, second most in MLB history. During the steroid era, he dominated, leading the Arizona Diamondbacks to a World Series title in 2001, winning 3 games, including Game 7 on 0 days rest. Tony Gwynn, one of baseball's best hitters, called him the toughest lefty I ever faced. Greg Maddux, a legend himself, said, "You didn't dig in against Randy. You just tried to survive." And if anyone doubted how lethal his fastball was, just ask that unfortunate bird that exploded mid-flight after getting hit by one. Usain Bolt, the fastest man ever. Usain Bolt didn't just win, he humiliated the competition, holding world records in the 100 meters, 9.58 seconds, and 200 meters, 19.19 seconds. No one has come close to his times. He dominated 3 straight Olympics, 2008 to 2016, winning 8 gold medals. In the 2015 World Championships, doubters claimed he was past his prime, but he silenced them by beating American rival Justin Gatlin. His 200-meter world record is so absurd that the second fastest time belongs to Michael Johnson, who ran it 0.11 seconds slower. An eternity in sprinting? Michael Johnson said, "Bolt redefined what's possible. He made world-class sprinters look average." Carl Lewis, a 9-time Olympic gold medalist, admitted, "What Bolt did was beyond human." Michael Phelps, the greatest Olympian ever. Michael Phelps holds the all-time record for Olympic gold medals, 23. At the 2008 Beijing Olympics, he won 8 golds, 7 of which were world records. His dominance stretched over 5 Olympics, 2000 to 2016. He wasn't just winning, he was obliterating time barriers. In multiple races, he won by fractions of a second, showcasing unparalleled endurance and technique. Mark Spitz, whose record Phelps broke, said, "I thought my 7 golds would last forever. Phelps proved me wrong." Ryan Lochte, his longtime rival, admitted, "You weren't just racing for second place. You were racing for first behind Phelps. No swimmer before or since has approached his level." Lewis Hamilton, the undisputed F1 King Formula One, is the pinnacle of racing, and Lewis Hamilton has ruled it for nearly 2 decades. He holds the record for 103 Grand Prix wins, the most in F1 history. He's tied with Michael Schumacher for most world championships, 7, but he did it in an era with even tougher competition. In 2020, he won a race on 3 tires after his front left tire exploded on the final lap. At the 2021 British Grand Prix, he overcame a 10-second penalty and still won the race, proving he could dominate under any circumstances. Four-time champion Sebastian Vettel called him the best driver of our generation. Mick Schumacher, son of the legendary Michael Schumacher, said, "Lewis is on a level very few have ever reached." In a sport measured in split seconds, Hamilton has spent nearly 20 years ahead of the competition. These athletes didn't just dominate their sport, they changed it forever.